Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Estimates the Enterprise's warp drives have overloaded and exploded.
Not my engines!
It's just a simulation, Scott.
Captain Patterson says better luck next time, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
I advise referring to the star map and setting a course for the Pollux system, sir.
May I respectfully remind the Captain that we haven't accomplished our mission, sir.
Pollux 5 system. An inhabited satellite of Pollux B. Pollux 5 has lately emerged from an ice age caused by large meteor strikes. It has recently been colonized by the Acolytes of the Stars religious sect. The planet is home to a wide variety of plant life, but insects and other lower life forms are the only known animals. USS Enterprise, Federation Constitution class starship, currently commanded by Captain James T. Kirk, on the 4th year of a 5-year mission of exploration. Its first officer is Mr. Spock. Its registration number is NCC 1701.
Topic not available, Captain.
Spock. Full name. Uncodable in English language. First officer of the USS Enterprise. Spock is one of the finest science officers in Starfleet and has been awarded numerous Starfleet and Federation decorations. McCoy. Leonard. Full name, Dr. Leonard McCoy. Current Chief Surgeon of the Federation Starship USS Enterprise. Dr. McCoy is considered one of the finest medical researchers in the Federation, but his techniques have caused him to be branded as a maverick in the medical community. Kirk James. Full name, Captain James Tiberius Kirk. Current Captain of the USS Enterprise, the youngest captain in the history of Starfleet. Captain Kirk has been decorated many times and is considered one of Starfleet's best officers and a superb military commander. Uhura. Full name, Lieutenant Nyota Uhura. Lieutenant Uhura is the Chief Communications Officer of the USS Enterprise. Uhura is fourth in command of the Enterprise and is considered an expert computer analyst, specializing in communications equipment and linguistics.
Topic not available, Captain.
Scott Montgomery. Full name, Lieutenant Commander Montgomery Scott, Chief Engineer of the USS Enterprise. Montgomery Scott is one of the most respected engineers in Starfleet and has published numerous papers on starship engineering. Scott is considered the foremost expert on the engine systems of the Constitution-class starships. Phaser. The chief weapon of a Federation starship and Federation personnel derived from lasers. Phasers can produce cellular feedback that can stun organic life or can disrupt and destroy molecular bombs. Handheld phasers are considered a critical part of a LAN party's inventory. Photon torpedo. The most powerful weapon of a starship, a photon torpedo has roughly twice the energy yield of a phaser.
Topic not available, Captain.
Klingons. A humanoid life form that has used genetic manipulation to stratify their population. Their homeworld is Kling. Klingons' culture is based on the principle of survival of the fittest, either through guile or physical force. Principles of honor are used to prevent the culture from killing itself completely, but these principles are extended outside their species only to non-Klingons who have proved themselves in battle. Negotiations over planets in the disputed area have been slowly advancing, hindered by recent Klingon technological exchanges with the Romulans. The Klingon Empire itself is economically backward and poorly organized, but their military force is extremely formidable. Romulans, a race descended from Vulcan stock, but one that did not reject aggression as the Vulcans did. On a sensor, the two races appear very similar. Their individuals are known for being more passionate and emotional than their Vulcan counterparts. They currently use ships of Klingon design, suggesting to some the Klingons are maintaining them as a client state to antagonize the Federation in a move that circumvents the Organian peace treaty. Cloaking device. A device that deceives ship scanners and visual recording equipment. Created by the Romulans, it may have been given to the Klingons in exchange for Klingon warp drive technology. Warp drive. A propulsion device common on Federation, Klingon, and the latest generation of Romulan ships. The warp drive was originally developed in the 21st century by Zephram Cochrane of Alpha Centauri. The warp propulsion system consists of matter-antimatter reaction assembly, power transfer conduits, and warp engine nacelles.
We have arrived at Pollux 5.
Entering standard orbit.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the comm.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence, and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
Captain, demons and supernatural creatures are, almost by definition, illogical. Yet it is evident these people believe what they have seen. Barring illness or mass hysteria, I agree that a real problem seems to exist.
Doctor, you need to investigate the possibility of disease, mental or physical, among these people before we go chasing up the mountains. Prelate and Given, may we see those who have encountered the demons.
They are already gathered in the chapel, and will cooperate in any way with you. First door on my right.
I am worried about Brother Chubb. Can you examine him, Doctor?
You get no response. He is too busy consoling the wounded man. He is too busy consoling the wounded man.
This man needs help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
A grim-faced minor colonist nods curtly at you. James Kirk takes time to rest and ponder the remainder of the mission.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me. Time is of the essence. You must hurry and retrieve the berry.
You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir. I guess this isn't such a great planet after all.
Well, we've seen Klingons. Now all we need is a few Romulans.
Control your thoughts, Doctor. There is a high probability that something here is using our own memories against us. Captain, I detect a recent avalanche approximately 6.2 kilometers away that occurred within the last 3 days. The mountain may be quite dangerous.
Demons, Klingons, avalanches. What's next? The Wicked Witch of the West?
That is not logical, Doctor.
It wasn't supposed to be logical, you green-blooded Vulcan. Why does everything have to be so damn logical?
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No, just an idea. Kirk out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain. This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial. This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a Captain, I detect a recent avalanche.
Demon.
That is not...
It wasn't...
Whoever was trying to stop us may not stop with those Klingons, Captain. I recommend extreme caution.
The thought had occurred to me, Mr. Spock, but thank you for mentioning it.
Does your tricorder say the cave is warmer, Spock?
It is not logical for me to use my tricorder to determine the cave's temperature, Doctor. I do not see what purpose it would serve.
Spock, everybody talks about the weather.
These seem to be Laraxian berries, Captain. They have several medicinal uses, but Dr. McCoy would know more.
Why would you want to do that? Let's not go misusing a medical kit, Jim. Jim, these are the berries we need to synthesize the hypodetoxin. We must get these to Brother Stephen quickly.
Time is of the essence.
You have retrieved a sample of berries.
Ah, I see you found the berries. Meet me in my lab. Welcome to my study. Feel free to look around. My medical and scientific equipment is surely not so sophisticated as you're accustomed to, but if there's anything you wish to use, please feel free. Also, I would be interested in anything you might have to show me. The settings on the Ardak fuller have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Thank you. You're most kind. I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow you?
No. I headed up the party that's...
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that...
The demons...
No.
You know, Jim, they can take a captain out of a starship and a science officer out of his lab, but you can never retire a doctor.
Not the good ones, that's for sure.
My mom wanted me to become a doctor. Honest. But I hated my biology classes.
So did I, but I became one anyway.
That is not logical, Doctor.
Neither was some of my professors.
My Uncle John lived with the Acolytes a long time ago. He died in their service helping plague victims on New Ontario 6 20 years ago.
The Acolytes did a lot of good work for the needy in this quadrant.
It will be good to help them for a change.
The medical methods of these people seem primitive to me, Doctor.
By our standards, yes. Here the Acolytes prefer a simpler lifestyle. Unfortunately, this is one of the consequences.
No sign of demons, Klingons, or other hostiles, Captain. I promise, I'll let you know the instant something appears.
Don't be too anxious, Ensign. We may want to talk with them.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
Jim, the next time you need medical help on a snowball...
Bones.
I'll probably end up coming along.
Captain, there are several weak points in the cave-in's structure. Careful use of our phasers from the top down should be able to clear it.
Assume firing positions.
He's dead, Jim. I'm sorry, Jim. Ensign Everts is beyond my help.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible. Nothing to report, Captain.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Assume firing positions.
There is no apparent effect.
Captain, the consequences of such actions may be catastrophic.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well.
I think Dr. McCoy would be better suited to deal with this.
I'm sorry, Jim. Ensign Everts is beyond my help.
Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material. It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating Most High Prelate and Given. I am honored to meet you. I consider been seeing ghosts and boogeymen. I find that a little hard to... I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the U.S.
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been... Demons? Gates of hell? This is the... Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence?
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of a starship. What can you tell me about...
The area is exceptional. Thank you for your...
It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven.
I recommend as thorough an analysis...
I'm sorry, Jim.
Oh, thank you, kind...
Nothing to report, Captain.
It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered.
You fail to obtain anything.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
I recommend as thorough an... Nothing to report, Captain. Fascinating, Captain. Fascinating. I'm registering low-intensity shielding unlike anything we've encountered before. That kept this door, and whatever is behind it, hidden from the ship's sensors and earlier tricorder readings. Nothing to report, Captain. Fascinating. Nothing to report, Captain. It appears to be a...
There is no apparent effect. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. They look like Klingons. A large patch of Kytelian tulips. They look like Klingons. A small stream flows down toward the forest. You fail to obtain anything.
Captain, I detect a recent avalanche, approximately...
Demons.
That is not logical, Doc.
It wasn't.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us.
An old-fashioned computer. It appears to have some type of simulation running. An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner. Various bushes and shrubs.
I am Brother Griznash. I went up the mountainside in solitary prayer, seeking to face my fears. Indeed, I found them. A bellowing Krognik demon with sharp teeth and a long snout descended upon me in a rush of wind.
Captain, a Krognik demon has a decidedly wolfish appearance. Brother Griznash, is this not the traditional shape of the Evil One and his minions among Tellarites?
It is.
I believe this may be significant, Captain.
Brother Kandre was, or is, my partner. I was on the communications link when the demons caused the rockfall and silenced him. He said he'd found a strange door with devilish writing. Truly, he came upon the gate of hell itself.
I headed up the party that sought to rescue...
Can you tell us what they looked like?
Like the demons that have...
The demons didn't...
No.
You get no response. This looks like some of the hand security panels on the Enterprise.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
You fail to obtain anything.
It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Why would you want to do that? Listen.
Violence will not solve our current situation, sir.
Jim, you should relax a little more.
That action would be completely illogical, Captain.
That's a phaser, not a flashlight, Jim.
You get no response. You get no response. You get no response. You fail to obtain anything. 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 You fail to obtain anything.
This is a detached hand with some kind of circuitry in the palm, Captain.
You take the Klingon's detached hand.
Fascinating, Captain. Fascinating, Captain.
The fit is perfect, but something seems to be shorting out.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Nothing happens. You fail to obtain anything. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
There's nothing there requiring...
Nothing to report, Captain.
Why would you want to do that?
You get no response. A structure built into the surrounding rock. It must have been... This looks like some of the hand security panels on the Enterprise. A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal. Nothing happens.
What a fascinating piece of equipment. Highly advanced technology. You see here, it seems to have been damaged, however. Take it to my workbench and let's see if it can be repaired. I fear my hands are too shaky to perform such fine work, but perhaps one of you can do it.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that hand.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
I never dreamed that...
You get no response.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
The hand's circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens.
Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere, the moon, is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux 5. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it, an eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel. It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal. It is an alien life support system, Captain. It is an alien life... It is an alien life support system, Captain.
I wonder who or what constructed all this.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
It looks like a control panel with slide switches. You fail to obtain anything. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device.
This floor contains conduits for conducting geothermal energy. This appears to control some unusual security equipment. Many alien machines fill the room. It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
You should ask Spot, Jim.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. Captain, the consequences of such actions may be catastrophic.
I don't think that would be a prudent action, sir. I don't think that...
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life.
I think we found the answer to our mystery.
The glass case is locked.
I never See how the fingertips have micro-sized sensors? I wonder what use they may have.
Nothing happens. The mechanism in the hand has... Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You get no response.
Jim, that would destroy the glass case.
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Looks like a pile... Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens? Meteorite, fossil shells, skull of a small alien animal, twist of metal. This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into mineral specimens? True curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very pretty, don't you? Shall I go into mineral specimen? Meteorite. Mineral, or would you rather move on to something else? Twist of skull of a small skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet, about the size of a house cat from Earth. The Silatis combine a rather insectoid pattern with four-legged reptilian form, including praying mantis-like forelimbs. Shall I go into mineral specimen, or would you rather move on? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
You fit the key into the slot, but you cannot find a way to turn it. You tinker with it, but do nothing significant. The glass case is locked. You get no response. The glass case is locked.
You are interested in...
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy... Shall I go... Mineral specimen, or would you rather... Very well. You are interested in...
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Where did you find all this?
Here and there. Much of it was brought to me by others exploring widely.
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask. Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy. Shall I go into mineral specimen, meteor mineral specimen, or would you rather would you rather move on? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like.
The old man carefully returns the item.
Bless you for returning. You are interested in my little...
Looks like a pile of junk. Yes, tell us.
I enjoy... Shall I go mineral specimen, or would you... Very well.
You tinker with it, but do... You tinker with it, but do nothing... You tinker with it, but do nothing significant. You tinker with it, but do nothing... Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You fit the key into the slot, but... Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some...
Nothing happens. 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 You fit the key into the... Nothing happens. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This control panel is a manual override for the alien life support equipment. Logically, the machine
Nothing happens.
There is nothing at the moment for me to...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This control panel...
Nothing to report, Captain.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It all... Fascinating, Captain. The machinery is... Fascinating, Captain. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it. An eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
It is an alien life...
It looks like a control. It appears to be an abstract. You get no response.
I think we found the answer to our mystery.
Welcome to our home. Thank you for repairing our somnambutron.
Stop! You're trespassing on Federation territory. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from. We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? Stop! I welcome you on behalf of the...
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons.
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home. Oh, woe! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found. I implore you, if you can help, please do so.
Jim, think about that skull we picked up from Brother Stephen. Now look at this alien. See the resemblance?
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your Federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux 5 and evaluate your performance at 91%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears. Hi, Jack.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Mayamed. The USS Masada.
Set course for Beta Mayamed.